Welcome to Techstination. Joining us from Netgear is Senior Product Line Manager Max Wu. Thanks for joining us, Max.
Hey, Fred. Thanks having me here today. Hello, everyone.
And for those of people who are watching, they can see Max has what we're going to be talking about right in front of them. A brand new router, Wi-Fi router. It's in your Orbi line with some new capabilities. Give us the overview of what's new here, Max.
All right, so the products here I'm showing to you guys, it's really our first and the industry first, the cable mesh systems with the DOCSIS 3.1 cable modem built in, right? So it's capable to support the gigabit plus internet speed from your service providers, along with the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology, which can deliver up to 4.2 gigabit per second Wi-Fi speed and supports 100 plus devices connected at the same time without any problems. So really, this is our latest and greatest Orbi mesh system with the integrated DOCSIS 3.1 cable modem.
And the whole Orbi system, that if people aren't familiar with it, was designed as a mesh network. People can add satellites to cover a broad area in the home or I guess business.
Exactly. So Orbi system is basically a Wi-Fi mesh modular design. So user can easily add on additional Orbi satellite to expand the Wi-Fi coverage throughout their home. So that's the beauty of buying the system. So you really don't have to, buying just the gateway. If you want to start out with, a kits or standalone router, you are fine. But if you figure out that you later on need more coverage or there's still some dead spot around your home, you can easily adding additional satellite to make sure you can eliminate all this dead spot.
Yeah. Now, the new version here, is that compatible at all with any of the previous equipment, or if people have invested in that, or how does it work?
So today, Orbi Wi-Fi 6 is only compatible with the Wi-Fi 6 satellite. Because again, in general, we want to deliver the best user experience. So by mixing with the older technology from our perspective is not the best practice for users. So the current design is only tied up to the Wi-Fi 6 ecosystems at this point.
Yeah. What should consumers know about this technology and how much better it is, why they should invest in it?
Right. So I think we could probably start with the problem the user are facing or having today, right? Really, I think due to this new coronavirus effect, right? Most of people are working from home or doing the kids' school at home, right? And your connected Wi-Fi devices or, increasing by up to 90%, right? Based on the research shown, right? So with this new normal, really, user will start facing a lot of new problems and new issues they don't really experience in the past, right? Like, inconsistent internet speed or, buffering while streaming, the HD contents. And it's merely because your internet or all standard Wi-Fi equipments cannot handle these new requirements or tasks for a lot of, connected home devices all connected and running at the same time, right? So really to resolve this problem, we were suggest users to look into the three major areas, which are your Wi-Fi equipments, your internet speeds, and really the Wi-Fi coverage, right? So we slightly cover about the Wi-Fi equipment. Your older Wi-Fi equipment, like even AC or even older 11N, is really not designed to handle a lot more devices at the same time. And mostly, again, you will start having some disconnection issues or low performance when you're having a lot more devices connected. So this new Wi-Fi 6 technology, which was introduced about a year ago, are really designed to handle much more devices at the same time. And it can handle 4 times more capacity than the previous Wi-Fi generations. So now user can have a much steady connection to all of your home devices without getting into the network constraint situation.
And what are some of the advantages to building the cable modem into this?
So they are really, the key advantage here is first, it's a saving, right? Not only you will be saving by these 2-in-1 boxes together, right? So if you buy 2 separated boxes, normally will run you probably at least $100 higher than all-in-one. So the second benefits really for user are less cluttering, right? So people already complain today, their media centers already have a lot of different devices sitting in there. They don't have enough spaces to, add additional units out there. So this two-in-one devices, you can just using a very, a small space and really get into fitting perfectly with your media centers. So I think that these are the two major reasons why the key benefits that can bring up to the user with the two-in-one solutions. But also, I want to sort of quickly cover, mainly why you want to buy your cable modems or buy your own retail cable devices, right? I think there's really three key benefits there. And first one is definitely another saving, right? Depends on your service providers. You will be saving up to $168 per year. So your retail devices will merely pay itself back within a year or two, right? And second is performance. So you will be getting much better performance compared to the leasing equipments from your service providers, merely because the retail device are often use the latest and greatest technology, like Wi-Fi 6 and DOCSIS 3.1. And last one is more features and control, right? For example, you will only get guest Wi-Fi feature from the retail devices as your leasing gateway is using it for their public Wi-Fi. I mean, for the public hotspot features from your providers, right? So we will strongly recommend user to really buy your own cable modems or cable modem router, or even two boxes solutions, which will not only save you money, but also provide you a better overall experience.
Terrific. And
Yeah.
a lot of people might be concerned with the difficulty in replacing what they have in there already. I guess that's one of the things you have to overcome, is that kind of inertia. Hey, I have a setup, it works even though I'm having some problems now and then. And people worry how tough it might be to install.
It's for installation and setup is really, really simple and straightforward. So for Orbi system, really users just need to first download the Orbi app from either Google Play Store or Apple App Store. And after that, they only need to connect their mobile phone to the router's networks, and the app will walk them through the rest, right? And for the Xfinity subscribers, they can even activate it, the built-in cable modem via the Orbi app as well. So it's very simple and straightforward. Based on our experience, we really have any customer complaining about the setup complexities. It's even your mom or dad or anyone can do it sort of approach, right? So, and don't forget, once you set up, there's a lot more features on the app you can use. You can, merely have very intuitive dashboards. User can see all the connected devices, and they can, for example, pause the internet on a particular devices as needed, right? And user can also run a quick internet speed test to make sure they are getting the speed they are paying for. And also has the features called Access Anywhere. So user can even manage their home networks anytime, anywhere, just on their phone. So again, it's a very handy and very useful features for apps for everyone.
And what about security? I know you build in security with this too.
Correct. So CBR, or we can call this Orbi Cable Wi-Fi 6 systems, also features with our Armor Advanced Cybersecurity software. So with this software, it can ensure that all your connected devices are secure and safe at home. And with the recent launched new on-the-go protection feature, user will be getting a free 200 meg VPN traffic daily. So your device can even be protected when you are not connected to the Orbi or at home. So it's really a perfect 360 all-round solutions for you to protect you from any angles.
Now, is that a subscription service?
Yes, this is a subscription service. We give out a 1 month free trial, and after that will be $69.99 for a year. Yeah.
Interesting. Tell us about pricing and availability for the new system.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So today, we will be selling Orbi cable Wi-Fi 6 for the kits, which is the mesh system and the standalone router. Both are available today. And for the systems, the MSRP is at $599. And for the standalone, the cable mesh router, the price will be at $449. And you can buy it today from Netgear eStore or any major retailer's websites.
Terrific. And is there a limit to the number of satellites people can use with this?
Well, so from our, so basically, I think we are advertising up to 6, I believe, but we have seen users adding a lot more, but normally, from our in-house testing, just 2, 1 router plus a satellite can already cover you 5,000 square feet home without any problem. So really, if you need additional 1 or 2, can really cover majority of the users' need. So yeah, that's but from how many satellite, maximum satellite can be added. Again, I think our recommendation is up to 6, but we have seen users are adding more beyond 6 without any problems.
In addition to this system, I know Netgear certainly has other options for people who want other form factors or have other needs as well. You have some other new routers on the market as well?
Right. So we have one products here, very interesting products that I wanted to quickly cover with you guys. So looks like an Orbi, but this is actually an Orbi. Can you guys see it? The Orbi LTE with the SIM card slots. Right? So this one is our first fixed wireless mesh router with the integrated LTE modem, LBR20. So this Orbi comes with the built-in 4G LTE advanced modem that can support up to 1.2 gigabit per second internet speed on the LTE networks, along with the signature Orbi 11AC tri-band Wi-Fi with the dedicated backhaul connections. So your LTE mesh system can deliver up to 100% Wi-Fi performance throughout your home, and you can also easily expand the coverage by adding additional satellite.
That's interesting. So you're using, instead of a cable or another option there, you're using a wireless solution, which generally may not be as fast on LTE, depending on the wired service, but certainly an option for a lot of people.
Exactly. I think you mentioned a really good point, Fred. These products also support a feature called always on internet. So what it does is really you can easily combine the LTE router to your existing cable broadband modem, and the Orbi will seamlessly switch over to the LTE networks when your primary broadband internet fails, to create an uninterrupted internet connection environment for you, and especially now work from home environments. So it provides a best, like plan B or insurance for you when your major broadband services got interrupted, and you can automatically switch to LTE networks without getting disconnected.
Very interesting. So, and you can add satellites to this as well, did you say?
Correct. Yeah, it supports all the Orbi Wi-Fi 5 satellite. So you can also, again, it's a modular design. Any Orbi system is the modular mesh system. So you can easily add on the satellite to expand the coverage as needed. Yeah.
And would all of those other satellites be tied in with the LTE network then too, in the event of
as I mentioned,
broadband
you have
outage?
a way to, so you can choose how you want to do it, right? So there's 2 options for you. Merely you can use the LTE as your primary internet, which will be more suitable for users living in rural areas or who don't have the access to the wired, fast broadband internet services, which are a lot of them. Based on our research, there are 22% of the household today in the United States does not have the broadband services. The only thing they can do is using the satellite internet or the DSL, which is really slow, right? So for those users, they can now use the LTE as their primary internet source and merely to deliver the speed to meet their home connected home requirements. Right. And the second option.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and the second option, as I mentioned, that you can set the LTE as your failover mode with the always on internet. So even you are not living in rural areas, but you can still buy this device and connect to your cable broadbands or your fiber gateways and set a LT as the backup services. So anytime when your major internet service failed, you will switch over to LT networks so that we will not getting disconnected. So you can continue work from home tasks or kids' school e-learnings without any problems.
And since you have this, Max, and my assumption is that 5G might not be far away.
We do have a 5G mobile hotspot today, but not this type of form factors. Fortunately, I do have a sample here. We recently launched the Orbi, it's the Netgear Nighthawk 5G mobile hotspot exclusively to AT&T. So this is our first 5G mobile hotspot that supports both sub-6 and millimeter wave radios. So it's a very handy, versatile product design, so it can meet all different requirements. So I think original hotspot was designed for more like a businessman or business trip use cases. But from our perspective, we're thinking there's more use case for this type of devices. So we're adding additional gigabit Ethernet ports to the device and additional expandable antenna ports. So user can merely use this device at home and connect to their own wireless router, like these devices, and can turn your 5G connection to turn the M5, or this device is called M5, turn your M5 into a LTE modems or 5G modems for your home. So it's a very handy feature. And if you're not satisfying with the signal strength, you can also add additional antennas to increase the signal sensitivities.
Terrific. Lots of interesting solutions for people to stay connected wherever they are, and
we have almost
all
everything
the time.
for you.
More important than ever before, I suppose. So for more information, where should people go?
You can merely go on to netgear.com. They will have all the information for all these products we just went over. So you can go on the sites. You can have all the price information and where to buy information on our website.
Terrific. Again, it's netgear.com. Max Wu, thank you for taking the time with us.
No problem. Thank you, Fred. Thanks, everyone, for having me here today.
Now this. It takes a lot of listening to build a better radio, and that's just what the folks at C. Crane have done. Bob Crane and his crew, nestled among the rivers and tallest trees in the world in Fortuna, California, have made a habit of listening to their customers. And that's just what they've done in building the CC Skywave SSB, the Swiss Army knife of portable radios. For everyday listening to AM or FM in the yard or patio or on the nightstand, without having to drain a mobile phone battery, it's a great companion. But it is also a companion equipped for NOAA weather information and alerts that can be life-saving. You can listen to FEMA and Coast Guard transmissions too. Beyond all of that, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world. It's compact, easy to take with you, and built to last. The CC Skywave SSB. Click on the link at Techstination.com.